Hi, I'm Karen, and I'm here to do 45 minutes of yoga with you. You'll just need a mat, a towel would even do, and a yoga strap. So this is a karate belt, somebody's necktie that they're not going to use, a piece of rope, anything like that would do. We're going to use it towards the end for some stretching. I want you to take this at your own pace. Yoga is a practice, it's not perfect. Nobody's going to look exactly the same in any of the poses. And you're not in competition with anybody. You're here to do what's right for your flexibility, your breath, your strength, your balance, all of that. Because it's a Skype class that I videoed, when I go left, it's going to look to you like I went to the right. So I want you to either do what you hear me saying or do what you see me doing. Either one will get you even in the end. So let's breathe and stretch and have a great yoga class. Start at the front of the mat. Please make sure you've got your yoga strap that we're going to use a little later. Let's just hold on to those elbows and gently rock from side to side. Lengthening those hamstrings. Breathing in and out through your nose. Feeling that rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract with each and every breath. And on your exhale, let's go ahead and walk ourselves over to our right leg. Gently, nose towards that right knee. And on your exhale, we're going to take that right arm up. We're going to gently twist. Good, let's make our way over to our left leg. Nose towards that left knee. And left arm up, gently twist. Good. Let's walk our feet a little closer together. And let's glance up, lift your tailbone and lunge back one foot and then the other. So you're in your plank. That's just an upward push-up position on your knees or toes. Let's hug your sides, come on down slow. Now gently in up dog, we're going to open the chest, lifting that head up. Good, we're going to bring our knees apart and big toes together. And let's sit back in child's pose. So I want you to just rest your forehead on the mat. Let the middle of the chest sink between your shoulders. Deep breaths in and out through that nose. And exhale, we're going to tuck those toes under and come to down dog. So your feet are relaxed. I'd like you to shift some of the weight out of the heel of the hand, more towards the knuckles. Hips are lifted and your head is sinking down. On your exhale, let's reach our right toes up to the ceiling. Walk our hands back, nose towards that left knee. And exhale, just gently swing through. You can have that right knee right above the ankle as we float that chest up into our crescent lunge. So you want to really tuck that pelvis under and lean back. Let's look past your fingertips and swing through. Inhale up. Exhale, we're going to take that left foot, scoot it back a little bit. We're going to take that left knee a little closer and really lean back. Hands back behind your back. You're going to gently clasp them and pull the arms straight with your chin and your chest. And then we're going to rotate and look over your right shoulder. Then let's extend both arms. Your left arm is in front, shoulder height or the best you can. And we're going to lean back into that crescent lunge again. Palms down to the mat. Right foot back. Abs are strong. Hug the sides, come on down. Nice up dog, opening the chest, lifting that head up. And you could do a push-up or not, and then come to down dog. Again, let that head and chest sink and relax your feet as you breathe. Let's walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. Let's glance up, lift your tailbone, reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, let's take your right arm down, keeping those feet together. Deep breath in. Exhale, those right fingertips walk down your leg. Take that right hand, grab your wrist and gently pull. Rest your head for half moon. So you're pushing your left foot down into the mat. Deep breath in. Exhale a little bit deeper, same side. Good. And let's come to the front of the mat. Standing back bend. Good, and as we lower those arms down to shoulder height, let's take your right leg behind you. Abs are scooped in, and you can raise that leg more if you want to. Lower that chest, it's totally up to you in Warrior 3. Deep breaths. Exhale, let's bring those fingertips down to the mat. Bring that chin to your chest. Now as you reach your right toes up, if you want to, your hands can come closer to your left foot. You could also hold your left ankle with your left hand, just an option. You don't have to. So as the nose comes towards your left knee, those right toes reach nice and high. And exhale, walk your hands out. Let's bend the left knee and lunge on your right toes so that that left knee is right above your ankle. Let's walk your left foot to the left. Let's bring your right knee to the mat and let's start to bend those elbows. If you'd like to come down to your forearms, you can. You don't have to. Bring that chin in your chest and breathe in and out of those hips. As you exhale, think about dissolving tightness. Just let it go. Two more breaths here. End of your exhale, let's come back to your palms. Let's bring your left knee to the mat and do a nice cat-cow stretch. Glancing to the ceiling. And with your right wrist directly under your shoulder, let's extend your right leg out and reach your left arm. So abs are engaged. Reach from left fingertips to right toes. If you want to, your right foot can come in the air. That left hand can reach around to grab it. You could take your right leg up to the ceiling, lift out of your right shoulder, take the top of your right foot and press it away from you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let's extend and reach. Hand and knee down. Let's let our hips sit to the right and bring your right hand on top of the left. Take a couple breaths. Good, let's untwist. Do another cat-cow stretch. Glancing up to the ceiling. And let's come back to your plank, so that upper push-up position. And let's bend those elbows down nice and slow. Your knees could come to the mat whenever you'd like. Nice up dog. Push up if you want to, you don't have to. And down dog. Fingertips spread apart, shift some weight out of the heel of the hand. Allow that head and chest to sink between your shoulders. Feel that nice stretch from your glutes down to your ankles. Now let's take your left toes, reach them up. Let's walk those hands back a little bit. Nose towards your right knee, left toes reach nice and high. And on your exhale, let's gently swing through. Left knee is right above the ankle, and let's float that chest up. Now let's tuck that pelvis under to get that right hip flexor stretch. Look past your fingertips and swing through. And inhale up. Your right leg can scoot back a little farther. That right knee can come a little farther down as you lean back into the crescent lunge again. Hands back behind you. Clasp them and gently pull them straight. Chin in your chest. Now let's rotate and look over your left shoulder. And let's extend both arms, shoulder height to the best you can. Your right arm is in front. And you can bring both arms up, gently lean it back. Good, palms down, left foot back. Abs are strong, let's hug the sides as you come down. Nice up dog, opening that chest. Push up if you choose, and down dog. Now let's connect to your breath as you pedal those feet. Feeling that rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract with each and every breath. As we stop the feet, let's lift the hips, let the head and chest sink. Good, and let's walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. Let's glance up, lift the tailbone and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, and let's take that left arm down. Bring our feet together. Inhale, reach. Exhale, let's walk those fingertips down your left leg. Left arm's gonna grab the wrist, just gently pull, rest your head and breathe. Let's press that right foot into the mat. Deep breath in. Exhale a little bit deeper, pressing that right foot down. Good, let's come to the front of the mat. Standing back bend. Good, and now let's take our left leg behind us. Engage your middle. And as you lower that chest, you can raise that leg up just to your own comfort level. Remember, you're not in competition with anybody. This is about what's good for you. Very slowly, fingertips come down. You could bend that right knee if you need to. Chin in your chest. Now, as your left toes reach up, you could walk your hands back towards your right foot. Your right hand could hold the ankle. That's just an option. Reach those left toes and straighten your right knee as best you can. Exhale, let's walk the fingertips out. Gently lunge on your left toes. As you scoot the leg back, let's walk our right foot to the right and bring your left knee to the mat. Hands on the inside of that foot. Right knee is right above the ankle and your left quadricep is sinking forward. As we exhale, we can start to bend those elbows. Come down to your forearms as just an option. You don't have to do that. Deep breath into your hips. Exhale, dissolve that tightness. Deep breaths in and out. As you exhale, let's go ahead and place those palms on the mat. And let's bring that right knee to the mat. Let's arch up into a nice cat stretch. Glance to the ceiling. Good, take those knees apart, big toes together. Sit back in child's pose and take a couple breaths. Exhale completely each and every time. Let's come on back to your plank. So your wrists are below your shoulders. Abs are nice and strong. Let's hug the sides as you come down nice and slow. Up dog, open that chest. Good, nice push up if you want to, and down dog. Let's lift that tailbone, let the head and chest sink between your shoulders. Good, let's come down to those knees. And with your left wrist directly into the shoulder, let's extend your left leg out and your right arm. Abs are nice and engaged. Your right hand can reach around and grab the foot. And your left foot can come up to the ceiling. Press the top of the foot away from you as you breathe. Just make sure you're not collapsed into that left shoulder. Good, inhale, really lift. Exhale, let's extend out and reach. Hand and knee down. Hips left and left hand on top of the right. Good, as you exhale, let's untwist. Come back to that plank. Abs are engaged, hug the sides, come on down. Up dog. Push up is an option. Down dog. Rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract. Lift those hips up as you breathe. Good. As you exhale, I want you to reach your right toes up to the ceiling. Walk your hands back and bend your right knee. Allow that right leg to hang to the left, opening up that right hip as you breathe. Deep cleansing breaths. More weights in your left hand. Feel the stretch down the right side of the rib cage. And on your exhale, let's slide that right knee between your hands for pigeon. Let's tuck the left toes under and walk that leg back. Walk your hands behind that right knee and open up your chest. You can even take your right foot and scoot it closer to your left hand if you want to. You just don't want to let yourself roll to the right. Bring that right hand a little bit to the left of the knee and let's walk those hands out. Rest your forehead. Take a deep breath into the tightness around your right hip joint. Exhale, just dissolve it. With each and every exhale, feel that nice release around that right hip joint. Now feel free to glance to your right. You can rest on the left side of the face. You could also slide your right hand to your low back if you want to. Just an option, take it or leave it. Shoulders relaxed as you breathe. Tension is dissolving. Exhale completely each and every time. If you'd like to, you can untwist. And you can glance forward. Your left fingertips are going to walk just a little farther away to help roll that left hip bone back to the mat. Forehead down, take 2 more deep breaths in and out here. Let that tightness go. As you slowly walk back, open your chest, slide that right knee back. Allow those hips to wiggle a little bit. And let's come to your plank. Abs lifted up. Chest leads as you come down. Up dog. Push up if you choose, and down dog. Deep breath in as you lift your hips and allow the head and chest to sink. And let's walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. Glancing up and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, open it up in the mountain. And let's open up to the long side of the mat. It doesn't matter what leg's in front. Let's bend those knees a little bit to walk our hands down to the mat and see if those feet want to come any farther apart as your head sinks down. On your exhale, you can take your first two fingers, make a hook with your big toes. Glance forward, lift your chest forward and your tailbone back, and the strength of your arms gently pulls that head down. Dissolving the tightness in your inner thighs and your hamstrings. And as you exhale, let's take our fingertips, face them behind you, and walk those hands behind you. Your feet can always go farther apart if you want. Sink that head down and breathe. And then place the palms a little bit in front of you and start to bend your elbows, sinking the head down towards the mat. Big, deep breaths. And let's walk those hands up to the front of the mat. Doesn't matter what leg's in front, because we're going to bring that leg back, and you're going to be back in your plank. Abs lifted, hug the sides, come on down. Knees down whenever you need to, listening to your body. Up dog. Push up if you want, and down dog. Let the rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract as you let go of the tension, let go of the stress. Left toes up to the ceiling. Walk the hands back a little bit. Bend your left knee and allow that left leg to hang to the right. Opening up your left hip and allowing that stretch all the way down the left side of the rib cage. And exhale, the left knee slides between the hands for pigeon. Let's tuck those right toes under, walk that leg back. Hands behind that left knee, really open your chest. And that left foot, if you want to, can scoot closer to the right hand. You just don't want to roll to the left, so don't take it too far. Your left hand comes to a little bit to the right of the foot. We walk those hands out. Take a deep breath into the tightness around the left hip joint. And exhale, rest your head and breathe. Use each and every breath to let go of a little bit more of that tightness. Feel free to glance to your left, resting on the right side of the face. And you can slide your left hand to the low back. Really let those shoulders relax. Exhale completely each and every time. Deep breaths. If you'd like to, you can go ahead and untwist as you're ready. Take your time. Now let's glance forward and take your right fingertips just a little farther away. Rolling that right hip bone back to the mat. 2 more breaths. As you're ready, let's walk those hands back. Let's open the chest, sliding that left knee back. Allow those hips to wiggle a little bit. Good, and let's come to that plank. Wrists below your shoulders, abs are strong. Come on down. Nice up dog. Push up if you want, and down dog. Feel free to take a break at the knees when you need to. As you exhale, let's walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. Glance up and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, open it up into mountain. And let's go ahead and take those feet the long ways in the mat again. I'm going to have you fold forward like we just did, but I'm going to have you clasp your fingertips first and fold forward, kind of wrapping those arms around. If that's too much, you can do this once you get down to the mat, okay? So deep breath in, gently pull those shoulder blades down. And then as you exhale, very slowly fold forward. Bring that head down and lift those hands up. Use your breath to deepen that stretch a little bit. Exhale, let's release the hands. See if the feet want to spread any farther apart. Let's have those palms a little in front of you again. Bend those elbows. And as the elbows sink to the mat, let's take 3 deep breaths in and out. Feel that tightness in the back of those legs and your inner thighs just dissolving. End of that exhale, let's walk those hands up to the front of the mat. Doesn't matter what leg's in front. And that foot comes back. And you're in your plank, knees on or off the mat, that's up to you. Abs are engaged. Let's hug the sides with our elbows as we come down. Nice up dog. Do a push up if you choose, and then down dog. Shift the weight out of the heel of the hand, more towards the knuckles. Really let that head sink down as your hips lift up. On our exhale, we're going to come to our knees. And we're going to do the frog pose. It's another great one for those hips. And if you've got 2 mats, you can kind of spread them out a little bit so that you're going to have room for those knees. It's up to you. Okay, so let's bring those knees a good distance apart. And you can even have your feet flat on the mat on the top of your feet or the insides of your feet. Ideally, this is frog pose. If you're like me and your feet cramp, you can just have the top of the feet on the mat. It's totally up to you. So I want you to start to sink your hips back and come down to those forearms. As you continue to do this, find a place for your forehead to rest. So that could be on your fists, it could be on the mat, that's totally up to you. But deep breaths in and out, the tailbone pulls back and the middle of your chest sinks towards the mat. Let's let that rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract as we hang out here and breathe. If you need to back away a little bit, you can walk those fingertips up and lift your hips. But then if you feel like you can sink deeper, tailbone pulling back, middle of the chest sinks down. Use that exhale to deepen the stretch, exhaling completely every time. Last 2 breaths here, as deep as you can. Exhaling and letting it go on each exhale. We're going to be nice to ourselves coming out of this, coming to the forearms first and taking a breath. Coming to the palms and taking a breath. And then slowly one knee walks towards the other. Now you can kind of let those hips shake side to side as you breathe. And give yourself a nice cat stretch. Glancing to the ceiling. Let's come to our last plank of today. Abs are lifted. Come on down slowly. Up dog. Push up if you want, and down dog. Exhale, head and chest sinks, the hips lift, and you breathe. Let's take our knees apart, big toes together. Look up to your right and rotate your wrist. And then right hand palm up underneath the left. Rest on the right side of the face. Left fingertips, let's walk them away from you. And then place the left hand at your low back. Relax your shoulders and breathe. Slowly untwist. And let's do the same thing to the other shoulder. So let's look up to your left, rotate your wrist. And then left hand palm up underneath the right. Sit back on those heels. Rest on the left side of your face. Right fingertips walk away. Exhale, back of the right hand at your low back. Release the tightness in your shoulders. Untwist as you're ready. Come on up to the front of your mat, please. And let's make sure that you have your yoga strap near you, because you'll want to grab that when you're laying down in a bit. So let's take those shoulders away from the ears, abs are engaged, and let's reach those arms up, nice and strong through your middle. For boat pose, we're going to take one leg or both up. You can lift those toes to the ceiling, keeping that chest open. Exhale, feet together. Let's pull the heels towards you. Hold on around your toes, shoulders down, head up, and nose down towards those toes. Good. Let's bring those knees together. This time after boat pose, we're going to roll back to lay down. So one leg up or both, as long as your back's all right. Lifting those toes up. Deep breath in. Exhale, come on back. Hug your knees into your chest, nice and tight, shoulders down. Hands on those knees, let's massage that low back, gently in both directions. Straight arms between your knees, grab onto ankles or feet. Feet are facing the ceiling and the knees come towards the sides of the rib cage. Gently rock side to side. If you'd like to, your first two fingers can make a hook with your big toes. Press those heels away from you. You could also just continue to hold on to the ankles if you prefer. Allow those legs to relax out. Good, release. We're going to put the left leg down and we're going to put the right foot in your yoga strap. Moving the strap towards your heel, relax your foot. Gently pull the leg towards you. Press the right knee gently away from you. Belly lifts and lowers with each and every breath. And let's back away, moving the strap towards the ball of your foot. Get a good flex as you pull the leg towards you. Feel free to roll that foot out or in by pulling on one side of the strap. That can help you with your right calf stretch. Exhale, release. Let's hold the strap with your right hand. Take it out to the right as you glance left. Keep your left hip rolled down to the mat. Gently pull right toes, aim to that wall behind you. Let's hand it off to the left hand and take the leg across your body, look to your right. As you pull, it's your right IT band stretching. On your exhale, let's bring both legs up. If you'd like to, you can pull those straight legs gently towards you and for just a brief moment. And release. Let's put the right leg down. Strap moves towards your left heel. Relax your foot. As the leg pulls towards you, press that left knee gently away from you. Keep that deep breath in and out through the nose. And let's back away, moving the strap towards the ball of your foot. Get that good flex, and as you pull the leg towards you, remember, you can roll the foot out or in by pulling on one side of the strap. Let's release. And let's take the strap out to the left as you look over your right arm. Keeping that right hip rolled to the mat. Let's not let it lift up. Gently pull with your left hand. Exhale, let's hand that strap to your right hand. Let's take the leg across the body, look over that left arm. Gently pull, stretching straight down your left IT band. Good. Let's place that strap down and let's lengthen our body from fingertips to toes. How long can you make yourself? And let's slide those arms down towards your sides, palms up. Close your eyes. You've made it to your last pose, total resting pose. Let's allow that belly to lift as you inhale and lower as you exhale. Resting those teeth just slightly apart. Honoring the natural curve in your spine. You're not trying to press the low back down. You're not trying to arch up. Let's use our breath to leave behind anything stressful or any tightness that you don't want to take with you for the rest of your day. Let's pull your breath to the very top of the head. And as you exhale, let's roll the breath across your forehead. Let it flow across your temples, across the back of the head, across your eyes, nose and cheekbones. Allow that breath to flow across the back of your jaw, straight down the sides and back of the neck, across the top of your shoulders, allowing that chest to open up, release across your upper back. Let the breath flow down your arms, rounding your elbows, straight down your forearms, to your wrists, palms and the top of your hand, between your fingers and all the way to your fingertips. As you exhale and move those fingers gently, letting stress and tension leave the body through your fingertips. Breath rolls across your rib cage, one rib at a time. Flows from your mid-back down to your low back. Across your waist and your abdominals. With a breath in. Exhale, let your hips and glutes just relax. Quadriceps and hamstrings release. Knees, shins and calves. Ankles. Feel the breath roll across the bottom of your foot. Flow across the top of your foot. Between your toes, all the way to your toe tips. As you exhale and move those toes gently, let anything negative just leave through your toe tips. Feeling calm and peaceful, relaxed, rejuvenated and ready for the rest of your day. When you're ready, you can bend one knee and just slide that foot to the mat. Sliding the other foot to the mat as you're ready. And let's roll to one side so that bottom arm is your pillow. Take a couple breaths here. On your exhale, let's gently press up to a nice sitting position. Sit up as tall as you can. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let's bring those hands to your heart. Surrender everything in that head to your heart. Thanks for joining me for yoga. You guys have an awesome rest of your day. Namaste.